how to call for loop in the flow control in Teststand. That's the things we are going to do today. And especially I would like to do a container that's equivalent to the cluster in various programs. So how to create a cluster and call that one into Teststand. So let me start with the sequence, a new sequence file, and I just save that one in my project file, that for loop with the container, but just make a view that is like called for loop. And I just want to create some parameters first. As I said, like locals, if I create a parameters in the variables in the local that we can use for this particular sequence, but if I create in parameters that I could able to call that parameters into multiple sequences. So even though it's a local, I just like trying to create over here. So I'm trying to create on array with the container, because then we will get some idea. And number of dimensions, here we can see that 0.9, and I will show you how upper bounds are 9, so we can see how it will look like when after I create. And I call my parameters is called engine. I'm going to define some engine variables like a temperature, pressure, speed, or something like that. So you can see that there is created 9 different sequences, but we only need 2 or 3 to just get a better understanding. So I create 0, 1, 2. I'm going to quickly create some variables here. The first one is speed, engine speed, and add one more torque, and finally like temperature. So basically all are numbers, but even we can just like add variable strings, and even we can add the boolean according to your convenience. So I just like creating some random value. Even there is an option to comment that one which torque is Newton meter, and finally the degree, so degree Celsius. So it's like I have a degree of freedom that you can rearrange that one properly. So I just that's in my call set1, so that's fine, even the different variables. So sorry, so I'm just want to copy this one and to paste to get better understanding on the one another array, and I change this one to 300, and this is 350, and this is 115. And the same thing I'm going to do here also. It was 2500, so I just add, before it was 2500, it's like a 3500 and 350 and 200. So my array cluster is ready. Then it's the part of, so we can even change this one into variable form to click over here. Then you have degree of freedom to even define this one RPM or any comments or whatever the comments you want to give. Then I just create a variable for my loop I that's equal to 0, like as usual in all the programs. Then I just go to the flow control, either right click and insert the steps, then go to the flow control, then create for, or just like double click over here. Then you basically create the for loop, and I just like a number of loops. I just want 3, and I add that locals.i. So this is the incremental factor which I added here. So it's like automatically Teststand automatically created the program as it is. Now it's the matter of we just like introducing that variable here. I think message pop-up is a better idea to get that. So what I'm going to do that speed is okay. Then if I just like plus, if I just call the parameters, I just want to call these parameters right now. Then what I'm going to do that str then parameters dot, then my engine, that's my, okay, I just like want to avoid that pop-up for now. So engine, then 0 to 1, then come to the speed. So for that, what I'm going to do that here are local, because in local I just add my I variable, I, then I close my value, then here I just define speed. So what I did that, I just like we can type numbers here, that's why string, then parameters dot engine, so localize, so it will be increment accordingly. Then plus, if I add this one just like a /n for new variable in most of the programs. So /n, then I just like a copy and paste for better understanding to get. Instead of speed, what I'm going to add is next variable is torque is string parameters dot engine dot local dot I. What is the parameters is torque. In the same way, then I just going to add /n over there, then plus, again I just copy paste, and the next parameter is temperature. You can just we can do any calculation over here. Temperature is parameters dot engine, and everything is okay, and I just going back and take the temperature. That's it. So I could have to easily check any errors in the program. There is no error. I just save this program. So now the part of we are going to run this program effectively. So how this program is going to work according to me, or according to this site, first loop I equal to 0 less than 3, so to 3. So first loop is displays these parameters, then goes for the second loop, displays the parameters in the value 1, then goes to the final loop. So let me run this one. So I'm going to run, okay, save. So just like a matter of overwriting everything. So it's coming to the serial number, and so now you can see that the first loop is 2000, speed is 2500, torque is 300, temperature is 100, even sorry, the pop-up is like this. Do you remember the variables what we are defined for loop sequences are 2500, 300 and 100 Newton meter? Then I just say okay, then coming to the second one, 300 is like a 3000, but 300, 350 and 150 speed and torque and temperature. Then come to the third one, speed is 3500, torque is 350 Newton meter, and the temperature is 200. So come back to the level, then I just like a step out from that, and sequence is passed. Even I would like to implement here that after each step action, like maybe right click and insert step and action that check speed or any variable. I just like I want to check. Then what we have to do that just like go to the general and to test if the pass or fail or numerical limit we can assign over there, and the limit, the lower and upper limit is, for example, the limit all our speed is just like a 2500, 300 and 3500. So I'm just saying lower limit is 100 and the higher limit is 5000, less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. And the data source, I have to define my variable here, the parameters, local parameters, engine 0 speed. Oh, I just copy this one and paste as it is, and let's see how it will look like. And if it is not works, because always we have to check how the program is works or not. So then, oh, I don't want to say, but anyway. Okay, then first step is, we know 2500, torque is 300, and temperature is 100, and that step is done. Then coming to the second one, and say it's passed, means this limit is in between 1000 and 5000, so that's why it's passed. So speed is 300, that means in between 1000 and 5000, that's why it's passed. And the third one also passed, that's why the check whether within the limit or not, um, that we can easily check. I just terminate here to show you that. Coming back to the loop, and I'm going to change the limit something like we know that the second variable is something wrong, because the temperature is, sorry, speed is coming something like 300 instead of 3000. That was my mistake. So what I'm going to do, that I'm creating the variable 500 here, 500 to 5000. So when it comes to the second loop, it will fail. So I'm going to save and run this file. This one is 2500, so it's like it will pass, and the second one is 300, so it's like limit is 500, so it will definitely fail, and then it's pass. So it's just a matter of check whether the system is within the limit or not. So again, I just like going back to that limit quickly and change that one to 200. Then I'm going to run the system again, then it will pass. Okay, it will pass, and the second, this also will pass, and third one also pass, and just come out from the loop, and just so you can see it's passed and stop. Then it will automatically generate the report with the station ID and what are the variables done, because these parameters done, and the check speed limit was okay, and this loop speed limit okay, and the final loop also speed limit is okay, and you will get some final result.